When it comes to SEO, there are a lot of myths and legends that kind of float around that hold advisors back from getting the most out of their websites. Today, I'm going to talk about the three biggest myths that I've heard. Number one, you absolutely need backlinks. Now, yes, backlinks do help a lot in certain situations, but they're not the silver bullet, they're not the magic key. Most advisor websites, whether you're local, regional, or even nationwide, can see way more impact from fixing their pages, making sure they have specific service pages for each service they offer, from improving headers, H1s, improving site speed, compressing images. There's a lot more to gain there than just focusing on backlinks. And that doesn't even get into the idea of how do you acquire backlinks. If you're talking to an SEO agency or working with one and they are acquiring backlinks for you, you need to make sure you're seeing a list of what these backlinks are. Because a lot of times I come in and with the tools I have, tools that a lot of SEO and kind of digital marketers have, you can see the backlinks to a website. You can see when they've been acquired, and you can see pretty much how good or bad they are. And most of the time, you can see bad backlinks. You can see when a whole bunch of backlinks have been bought, for example. There are massive spikes on the charts, and you can see if there's any impact, if there's negative impact. You can see their toxicity level. So just because you have a backlink doesn't mean it's good. If that site where it's coming from is some spammy Chinese site or Mexican site or US hacker site, something like that, you're going to get penalized for it. So just be wary with backlinks. They're not the end all. Myth number two is that you need an agency. Now, being an agency ourselves, it's great to have clients who are in on SEO, but you can get a lot of results and a lot of performance from your website and improve your website with your own SEO implementation if you have time than you do with a traditional SEO agency. Now, it depends on the rollout of schedules with your agency if you're working with one. When do they actually do work? If they're doing an audit in month one, a review in month two, another audit in month three, when do you actually start to get results? That would be what I'd be asking if you have an agency under retainer or if you're thinking about working with an agency. When do you actually get the output, the things you want, the leads, the new business, the higher rankings, than hearing about their typical rollout 12-month schedule? You should be that product expert or service expert. You understand your clients. A lot of SEO these days is an element of technical, but it is a lot on content as well. So writing content, being available to consistently write, consistently post, consistently generate those new ideas, that's going to be a lot more helpful than just outsourcing the accountability and outsourcing the work to an agency. And on the topic of content is myth number three, you need to write 2,000 word articles. You really don't, especially within your geographic area. So if you're serving a small town, a town of maybe 30,000, 50,000, those results that people are getting if they're looking for an insurance broker, mortgage broker, financial planner, that kind of thing, is going to be related to where they are and also the content produced by the businesses in the area. So you don't necessarily have to write a blog post or content piece that's competing with banks. So you might see, oh, this bank is ranking number one. This insurance company is ranking number one. That's for national brands and national searches. If you're in a small town and you can make a very informative and captivating piece of content, it can be 400, 500, 600 words. And Google will pick that up knowing that people in Timaru, people in Nelson, people in Tauranga may not want to work with someone in Christchurch and Dunedin in Auckland. They want to work with someone local. So you have that advantage there as long as it's good content and relevant to your local area. If you have a mortgage blog, talk about the different suburbs that people may be moving to. If you're talking about insurance, maybe it's the local industries that you need income protection on. Making relevant content in a shorter form can be just as useful. So if you've heard these myths before, don't let them hold you back any longer. And if you haven't, hopefully this video has been a little bit insightful. And when you come across it on your next website or your next project, you'll be ready to dive straight in and not let them hold you back. So if you want any help with this or anything to do with your digital marketing strategy or performance, flick me a DM, leave a comment below, or reach out to us, fill out our form at ultrafinancialmarketing.com. We'll be more than happy to help.